Kahalal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wakakwadash, Shalom to Yakyam and Yakwat that our day is pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Also Shalom and double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who continue to rule, continue to guide us through the Spirit and have the truth from day one. As Yasad, a little message here. So went out today and it just reminded me of certain things, right? Which is why I have this on the page here. The stage is set, right? So there was, before you go anywhere, he was checking people temperatures and stuff, and they either check it on your forehead or on your hand by your wrist, and all this is programming again, because now during the COVID period, telling you that this is the new normal, where you have to wear a mask and you have to social distance and you have to wash your hands and you have to do. So by doing something repetitively, you're actually starting to program yourself. As a good athlete or a basketballer or a footballer or cricketer or whoever it is, they don't just pick up a bat and end up, hitting sixes and fours. They have to go and practice and do it over and over. Certain strokes, certain techniques, There's basketball, you want to hit a 3-pointer. You want to make sure you hit your free throws. You can't just do it just so, and practice. You have to do that hundreds and thousands of times if you want to be like an elite, like let's say Michael Jordan. He would tell you how much hours of training he put in, and by repeating the same thing over and over and over, after a while it becomes natural. That's why, Messi and Maradona, certain people will stand out. But if you really go back to dig up why these people excel in their sports, it's because they continuously do this thing, do repeatedly over and over and over, so it becomes natural. So by continually telling people, this is the new normal, this is the new normal, this is the new normal, wear a mask, wash your hands, scan your head, scan your wrist. So what this is doing, this is actually setting the stage for two things: for the vaccine that is about to come out soon, and also from the vaccine again is the new normal, where they're actually gonna say it's forced. Right now the mask is being forced on you. They passed legislation, but that is offense now, so you could be fined, and charged. And then vaccine is going to be the same thing. So they added a little bit of salt every time, a little bit of thing for you to swallow. They're not giving you a big piece of pie to swallow one time, until it ends up as the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. So once you have this and it keeps going on and repeating, is abnormal stuff, right? This is how it was done back then as well. So back then I would say the foundation was set. Now the stage is set. So the foundation was the programming back in the I would roughly say, let's say start off from when Yahweh Shai was walking. It already had started until it reached the 30s to the 70s AD, and especially the 70 AD down, when the Nicene Creed was implemented, and then they start twisting and changing certain things like the name and the certain teachings and the philosophies, and they keep going on and on and on. about certain things and bringing out their own church, their own religion, and saying this is the way, and they're forcing people to do it. If you do it, you would have been tortured or killed. And eventually, after hundreds of years, people would even forget what the real truth is. Right? And they'll say, this is it. I saw a Catholic priest did a talk, I think I did a video on it the other day, when he said there's 30-something thousand religions or something out there, but they were the first, they were the original, they were the only person that had the truth. The thing is, they were set up that way. And most of these churches now, they don't even know it, but they are break away from the Roman Catholic Church. Even down to Islam have a lot of Roman Catholic teachings in it that they don't even know that it have in it. So the foundation was set back then, which went into then a little further in time, when it went to slavery, another foundation was set, right? Besides totally changing the name, the slaves wasn't allowed to read, right? So because they could have read, and they stopped books and stuff from the slaves. The slaves, when they started to program their mind that they had, that the Son of God was blonde hair, blue-eyed, and his name was Jesus. And they keep going with this over and over and over. It's so programmed that right now, if you're not in the truth and you call the correct name, they can say, what? Who is that? And they wouldn't believe you when you said his name is not Jesus. That's totally wrong. That's actually after a Greek word, right? So that foundation was laid on. Now, 2020, the stage is set that certain things are being wiped out. They tell anybody new normal. They show you slowly everything going. Because of the COVID, everything had to be virtual, so everything is more digital. That after a while, they're going to get rid of the money and go into cashless society. So everything is being set up now, as they're saying, the stage is set. So that when that time comes and the chip does come, it's a smooth transition. A lot of people just going to say, okay, that's the new normal, and let's take it like boom. Right? Before I close off, I think I just wanted to put out 2 quick precepts here. Right? This one is blaspheme. Right? As a verb, swear, curse, utter oaths, utter profanity, take the Lord's name in vain. Right? So that was a quick definition, and when I was looking at here at Revelation 13, and from 6, and he opened his mouth and blasphemed against powers, and blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. So when I was talking about the foundations, all this was also part of it. Besides, he did blaspheme his name, took his name for vain because he didn't give the correct name, right? And also he said here, blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwelt in it. Right, so he downly blasphemed the Most High, his name, his people, and everything. So totally clear this out of their mind altogether, right? Verse 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And you know that the elites have this power over everyone. That is why they could spread this COVID worldwide, so that at the end, this programming goes worldwide, not only in a certain place or a certain country. Everything needs to be done in the entire world at the same time, right? So don't think that everything is by coincidence that this COVID comes. Same time, the 5G is being implemented and tested around the world, and that 5G came into enter this phase now, just when all the satellites finish cover the whole world, and 5G needed that satellites to be able to connect everyone, and that 5G is what is going to be basically used to control and track and do everything you want. So there's no way you can have your privacy. And then also that 5G is when you bring in the chip now, they can monitor everyone and control their money and have them under the new world order. They make sure that no one gets away by covering the entire world with the satellite. Right? So power was given him over all kindred and tongues and nations. It doesn't matter. He was given that power to do that, to implement this. So don't think that everything just happened Vikey. It's no coincidence. This is all planned from way back when the foundation was laid. As I said before, the stage is set, and it come down right down here to verse 16. Right, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. As I said, they're already getting to be normal to show your right hand, we'll give your forehead. Show your right hand, we'll give your forehead. Right? So we know for sure traveling is going to be cut to go into workplaces, the groceries, the banks, pharmacies, hospitals, doctors. You have to do certain things with the chip to get those things done. Right? And I think the other thing I want to touch on was this. I think I had it in the wrong order, but this Ecclesiastes 3, starting from 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right? So right now is that time where that chip is coming in. Right? And as it says, and a time to every purpose. And what is the purpose of COVID? Was to cripple the whole world, cripple the economy, put everybody back against a wall. Right? So in such a way that when they bring in the vaccine, it's not going to be a big set of issue for people to uproar against it. And when they bring in the chip, it's going to be a smooth sailing for them. And then you need new world order. Right, so with that, I want to say shalom until the next time.